For many years, several Muslims have maintained that there is only one Quran, preserved word for word and letter for letter. In this discussion, however, this honest Muslim brother finds himself wrestling with some difficult questions as the conversation unfolds. Let's get into it.
Come on, Jay. When I heard you reading verse 90, bro, I have it in front of me, okay? You said, let's see, you said قالوا أنك. It's قالوا أئنك. قالوا أئنك.
Yes.
Right?
Now, what does Ibn Kathir say?
Like your pronunciation.
What does Ibn Kathir say?
I know you grew up in Dearborn. I know you
Chad,
didn't go to a proper Muslim school.
Chad, okay,
like
now you're
a
starting
topic
to
that's way above your pay grade.
Chad, listen, Chad. Now you're starting to lose the respect a little bit. Hold on. So what does Ibn Kathir say?
I was talking to God logic. I'm not
what
talking
What does Ibn Kathir say? How does he read this verse?
No.
Okay, because you just said it's not innaka, right? That's what you just said, right?
It's from literally what I'm reading right in front of me.
Okay.
قالوا أئنك أئنك.
Okay, now what does Ibn Kathir say? Because you said that I read it wrong, right?
This version
so
is...
It's not innaka, right? It's not innaka.
It's not annaka. Definitely not.
Okay, now I want you to... I'm not going to read it. I want you to read it. What?
قالوا أئنك.
No, right there, Ibn Kathir. Do you read Arabic or no?
Yes.
Read the screen.
Okay, so at the end of قالوا في ألف.
Read it. Just read it.
إن.
No. That's innaka. You don't know how to read Arabic. You don't know how to read Arabic. قالوا إنك.
Habibi, what's after the wow? What's after the wow? On قالوا, Heidi, the wow. What's after it? Alif. So you say and then there's another alif. In.
Alif sakun. So he doesn't know Arabic. So God logic. I'm saying that says innaka. And he's saying he's saying that it doesn't say that. So can you just play that for us, just so we're clear? Yeah. Before you play it, I wanna give my pronunciation, then he gives his pronunciation. Okay.
Okay.
Qalu innaka. Now you say it your way.
قالوا أئنك.
Okay. Go ahead, God logic. Which one is it?
All right.
قالوا إنك لأنت يوسف.
Did y'all hear
it? Did he say it the way I said it or the way he said it?
Now go to the reciter. Now go to the reciter. Pick Abdul Rahman al-Sudais.
He's got... That's the only option there.
Okay, go to Quran.com and pick Abdul Rahman al-Sudais.
This is a different qira'ah. See, before you try to correct Arabic, I recommend you learn the topic.
حبيبي انت ما بتحكي عربي فما تقول لي بدك تعلمني انه عن شو
you don't know how to read Arabic.
حبيبي انت ما بتقرا عربي.
You don't know that قالوا has an alif at the end. Alif sukun. You don't know that. You don't know الفعل الماضي has an alif sukun at the end of it. Go to any قالوا in the Quran, it has an alif at the end of it.
Huh?
Any قالوا in the Quran has an alif sukun at the end of it. He doesn't know.
Go to Abdul Rahman al-Sudais.
We don't need to go. You don't. You speak. Okay, look. You maybe you know a little Amiya. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
you don't know the Quran. You don't know the Quran.
Habibi, I'm a layman. I'm 23 years old.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
not claiming to be a scholar.
Yeah,
I'm asking you, go to Abdul Rahman al-Sudais.
Stay a layman. And by the way, for the chat, that's starter price.
To it.
Yeah,
so please,
I came upon Arabs that don't know that الفعل الماضي has alif when it's in plural. قالوا, look at the top of the alif. It has a little circle. That's is alif sukun.
Yeah.
You don't say unless it's a hamza. And you put
God logic. Do me a favor.
You don't know
that the hamza has
a different recitation.
Yes,
exactly.
But you were saying that I was reading it wrong.
Which it wasn't. It was a different recitation.
It was a different recitation.
You thought it was wrong, which is the point. A different Quran, and you thought it was wrong because you didn't recognize it as your own Quran. That's the difference.
We've gotten to a point
that we realize you don't know how to read Arabic.
Yeah, and you don't know that there's a different qira'ah which has a different meaning.
Yes, so we reached the point that you don't know how to read Arabic, which is fine, but don't pretend.
Yeah, be humble, man.
Yeah.
Be humble.
Can you pull up the different? It does actually.
We're sorry that your prophet was illiterate, man. We're sorry that your prophet was illiterate. You don't have to follow his sunnah and be illiterate, man.
Why? What's with the ad hominem?
Obviously, one second, guys. So let's
why are you saying that in a negative connotation?
Yeah, hold on. Let's bring this all so we all understand here. So, Chad,
mashallah, is illiterate.
So they're not saying. And look, Chad, listen. They're not saying that how you recited it the first time is incorrect based off what you were reading, because that's a particular reading. Okay. Exactly. So what we're doing is we're showing you a different reading not the same one that you're looking at. You recited it correctly. This different reading is innaka. Okay,
Exactly.
so that's what he's showing.
The meaning.
And your claim, I understand, and your claim is saying that the different recitation is leading to different meanings.
Yes.
Yes.
As you're saying, innaka means you are, and annak, you're saying as it's in an affirmative versus in a question.
Yes. Exactly.
I understand that. I understand that claim. Okay. I'm not here to debate your claim again above my pay grade. I'm here to say you guys are arguing something that's above your pay grade. Like bro, yani, these things 50, 70-year-old guys are debating in Mecca and Medina, and it's like, who are we? Why is this such a point of contention for you? When it's like there's so many other things that you can debate. When, like, come on, Jay, Habibi, wallah, I don't want to insult you, bro.
I like this.
I know you're.
Let's address that.
I know you're not an educated guy from Medina.
Yeah, but hold on, Chad. Let's address that, because I kind of actually like your question, or what you're saying is, there's other things that we could be debating or talking about, oneness of Allah or the prophethood of Muhammad or whatever. Why are we so focused today?
No.
Why are we focused and hyper tunnel visioned on the textual variants of the Quran? And this is why, bro. This is why. Okay.
No.
The reason why.
That's not what I'm saying. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying.
But let me. You just said that though. Let me tell you why.
No, you misunderstood. Let me rephrase. Look.
Okay.
You guys are Christians. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have a lot to talk about within Christianity, right?
Including this.
I have Christian friends. I know what they talk about when they go to church, right? And you guys do a lot. They never talk about disproving Islam at church. You're basically doing online church.
Depends on what church you go to, man. There are some churches
fair enough, right? But it's like, from my experience, my Christian friends aren't telling me, yeah, we're sitting in church listening to how to disprove Islam. They're talking about Christian stuff. So it's like, why are you?
Yeah. So I'll tell you why. Let me see. Remember again, you're asking why. So the reason why is because, number one, Islam is a polemic against Christianity. It is. When I go, and I do this myself, I go out and I do evangelism or Christian dawah in different places, okay? Different popular places that's populated. And in these places, there will be Muslim stands or tents, right? Giving dawah and Islamic material with their tents and a sign saying Jesus is a Muslim, or we love the prophets. Moses was a Muslim, Abraham was a Muslim, Jesus was a Muslim. You become Muslim, you don't lose Jesus. This is their message to Christians. So the reason why I, for example, am addressing this is because Islam is a polemic to Christians who are unaware and uneducated on Islamic matters. So we are here, people like me, Jai, Daughter of Christ, Life, and others. We're here to equip not just Christians, but also Muslims with the truth. Because when lies are being spread, no matter what religion you're in, if lies are being spread, mass produced, dude, for years, mass produced, it is incumbent on us as human beings and as Christians, servants of our Lord, to tell the truth. Even to you as a Muslim who you're not a Christian, we especially need to reach you then. Because, from our paradigm, you're not saved, So we got to give you the truth. And this is a huge like anchor to a lot of the Muslim faith, that the Quran is unchanged, untampered with, never corrupted, while the Bible's been changed, corrupted, and tampered with.
I see what you're saying. Basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to evangelize Muslims by trying to say that, hey, this cornerstone of your belief, that is the preservation of the Quran, we're going to try our best to disprove this so we can try to evangelize you towards Christianity. But again, I think you're thinking of this too much in like the YouTube social media space, that Muslims have a cornerstone of their belief, that they surround their entire belief based on the preservation of the text. It's like, yeah, that is in there, of course, right? But I mean, to be honest, bro, most layman Muslims, if you talk about preservation of the Quran, they're just be like, yeah, and like that's they're not thinking about that.
Have you been watching?
Yeah, they have no idea.
But this is within the YouTube.
If you listen to Yasser Qali talk about the topic, listen to how he talks about it. He tells you that the beginner level, they have no idea. They doubt it. They disbelieve you. Then they get a little deeper into it. Then they just start regurgitating what their scholars say. Then you just get deeper to that advanced level. And then you start seeing the problems between the standard way that Islam presents the preservation topic and what Islam actually says. So the scholars that you guys look up to, who told you since you guys were little kids as Muslims, or if you're converting to Islam, they told you when you convert to Islam that there's only one Quran, doesn't change at all from Muhammad till today, anywhere in the world, it's the same. That's what they say. It's a lie.
That's your claim. What I
No,
see.
look.
We don't need to claim. We got evidence.
Let me play it again. Let me play it again.
That's literally what Yasser Qadi said, bro.
Yeah.
Not just him, but the other scholars. Play both of them, Jai.
Let's play this guy. Let's play Haytham Siddiqui because he's got something good to say about this, and then we'll play Yasser Qadi afterwards. So check this out.
Children. Many people. I don't know, many Muslims grow up not knowing anything outside of the Hafs tradition. And they don't get exposed to the idea that there are other reading traditions and that there are Quranic variants and that all sort of this whole system framework that I discussed. And it might be surprising to some people, but, and unfortunately, actually, so I have heard some preachers that do say that there's only, one reading or one Quran or something like that. And, if I were to be very generous, I would say that falls under the umbrella of like lies to children, if that makes sense. So lies to children.
All right, that's one.
Who's Haytham?
Haytham Siddiqui, he's a Quranic Islamic scholar.
I don't know.
You know Yasser Qadi, right?
Yeah, from Yaqeen Institute.
Not sure if he's associated with Yaqeen, I don't know, but he might be. So listen to what he says.
Every single student of knowledge knows, who studies Ulum al-Quran, that the most difficult topics are ahruf and qira'at, and the concept of ahruf and the reality of ahruf and the relationship of the Uthmanic Mus'haf with the ahruf and the preservation of the ahruf. Is it 1? Is it 3? Is it 7? And the relationship of the qira'at to the ahruf. This is a topic that when you're the beginning student of knowledge, you're like, what is all of this going on here? When you go a little bit more, you learn to simply memorize what your teachers say and regurgitate it out. And you don't fully comprehend. When you do a deep dive is when things get very, very awkward and difficult. And this isn't new. This is from the time of the Sahaba. In the Sahih or the Hasan Hadith of Ubay bin Ka'b, the Hadith of the Ahruf, that when the Prophet mentioned the issue of Ahruf and that there are different Ahruf and whatnot, this is in the version of Muslim Imam Ahmad. Ubay bin Ka'b says, authentic Hadith, فَدَخَلَ فِي نَفْسِي شَكٍّ. In my heart, a doubt came that I hadn't had about Islam since the days of Jahiliyyah. This is not a joke, brothers and sisters. The issue of ahruf and qira'at caused confusion to somebody whom the Prophet said, if you want to listen to the Quran directly, listen to Ubay. Ubay is not some even average Sahabi. He is the Qari of the Quran. He is the master. He is who he is. And he goes, فَدَخَلْ فِي نَفْسِي شَكٍّ. What is all of this stuff?
Look, we go to the scholars. These people, he went to Medina. You mentioned Medina earlier. He went to Medina. He's been there. He's got the degrees. He's coming back telling us the secrets.
He didn't say anything that was secretive. The pronunciations is really some of the hardest part of memorizing the Quran.
When he says ahruf, he doesn't mean the pronunciation. He means the hadith of sabat ahruf.
What makes the issue of multiple Quranic readings so interesting is that many leading Muslim scholars are aware of it. Yet a lot of everyday Muslims have never really been exposed to the discussion. For many Muslims around the world, the only reading they regularly encounter is Hafs. Meanwhile, other canonical readings, such as Warsh, Qalun, Al-Dur, and Khalaf, are also in use today in different parts of the Muslim world. The existence of multiple Quranic readings is a real topic of discussion, and it's one that more people are beginning to explore for themselves. If you enjoyed this content, kindly subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a thoughtful comment below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.